Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. We're going to be talking about solving linear equations that have one variable in them. So let's look up here, we're going to look at our vocabulary for the week and kind of get started. So first we have variable, and for our purposes what that means is our unknown, or what we're trying to solve for in our equations. You'll kind of see what that means as we get more into it, but let's just kind of get all these things refreshed. Our next thing here is order of operations. And you guys should more or less know what that is. I'll just kind of refresh you on it. That's PEMDAS, if you guys remember, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, which means parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And that's just telling us the order that we do our operations in when we see them in an equation. And we'll work with that in a little bit. Our next thing is inverse operations. And again, this should be a review for you guys, but I'll just kind of remind you if you don't really remember what it is. Inverse operations mean they're operations that undo each other. So addition and subtraction are inverse operations. Because if I take some number and I add 3 to it, and then I subtract 3 from that number, I get my original number back. And again, that kind of might make more sense if you don't really remember it as we get into our example problem here. So let's get this started, get it up here on the board. Alright guys, so this is an example of what a problem might look like. And now what we're going to do when we get started with these problems, our first step is to simplify both sides. And what that means is we're going to distribute anything into our parentheses like we have here, or can combine any like terms like we might have on this side of the equation. So I'm going to bring that down, simplified here. We'll distribute this through 3 times x is 3x, then 3 times 6 is 18. So we have 3x plus 18 equals, I see a 2x here and a 5x. 2x plus 5x equals 7x. And then over here, I see a negative 6 and a positive 10. I can't really see that those are different colors. Well, it's supposed to be that these are our like terms here, and then our underlined ones are our like terms. So I see negative 6 and a positive 10. 10 minus 6 gives me plus 4. So now what I want to do is step 2. Since we've simplified both sides as far as we can, what we're going to do is move all of our like terms to one side of the equation. So what that means is we're going to move everything with an x to one side of the equation and everything that's just a number to another side of the equation. So how we're going to start to do that is subtract 3x from this side of our equation, because that's our inverse operation of this positive 3 that's here. So this is like a plus 3x. So what we're doing is we're subtracting that 3x back off from both sides of our equation. So what we get over here is just 18 equals 7x minus 3x is 4x plus 4. So we're still in the process of trying to move all our variables to one side of the equation. Or I should say all of our like terms to one side of the equation. So our next step is to move this 4 over. And we have this 4 added here so we can subtract it off here, because that's our inverse operation, minus 4. 18 minus 4 is 16 equals 4x. That's what we have down here, guys. If you can see that, we have 16 equals 4x. So what I'm going to do is erase up here. Actually, I'll write it over here. Here we go. So 16 equals 4x. So now our next step is to divide both sides of this equation by 4. Because this x is multiplied by 4 now, so what we have to do is take our inverse operation of that, which is division, and divide it by 4. And there we see that we get x equals 16. Alright guys, so I know I went kind of fast on that, and there's a lot of stuff to throw at you. So if you have any questions or anything, you can leave comments down here on the video, or email me, or send me a chat on Google, as you know. we've come to the end of our time this week, so like I said, let me guys know if you need any help. Thanks.